Hey guys, Adam here with AmericanTrucks.com. Today I'm bringing you a detailed overview and installation of the PowerStop Z36 Extreme Truck and Tow Brake Rotor and Pad Kit, which is available for the front and rear of all 2010 and newer F150s with the 6-lug bolt pattern. The PowerStop Z36 Extreme Truck and Tow Brake Rotor and Pad Kit is exactly what it sounds like. It's for the guys out there who have the 2010 or newer F150 looking to regain the braking power they need, especially when putting their truck to good use, whether it's towing, hauling, or even some extreme off-roading. Now obviously at the end of the day, this is still just a brake rotor and pad kit as far as install is concerned, so it will get a very simple 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. We'll be detailing that toward the end of the video. So to further explain exactly why this kit is specific to that application, I'll have to break down the different materials and components and explain why they work so well together for that application. So the first part of the kit I want to touch on is going to be the brake rotors. Now as you can see, they offer a cross-drilled and a slotted design, which obviously in combination with each other can really improve and offer a superior stopping power. Now the first part of that I want to touch on is the cross-drilled option. As you can see, they are very specific as to their placement, and these are actually there to help cool the braking system, which then leads to better stopping power. With the cooled system, it'll allow the excess heat to actually travel through the rotor instead of staying on the surface and heating up. The cooler the brakes are, the quicker they'll be able to bite and the stronger the bite will be. In addition to that, they'll also help escape any excess water or whatever it may be on those wet, rainy days. The cleaner the surface, the drier the surface, obviously the better the bite will be as well. So not only do they look cool between the spokes of your wheels, they'll also serve a huge function. Next piece of the puzzle I want to touch on is going to be the slotted design, which is basically the indented grooves at an angle between each of the cross-drilled pieces. Now an indented groove here like this slotted design will actually fight the buildup of brake dust along the surface of the rotor. This can obviously impact the initial bite between the contact of the pad to the rotor, because the cleaner the surface, the tougher that bite will be on initial contact. Now this is actually going to be great for the buildup of the gases and dust to keep the surface clean and also increase the life of the pad, reducing brake fade. In addition to the cross-drilled and slotted rotors, we have a set of the Z36 Sever-Duty ceramic pads, which are basically just pads that are up to par with the superiority of the rotors to help put the bite back as a combination. Now these are going to be carbon-infused ceramic pads that offer a stopping power 20% more than most of the other options on the market. So obviously, as you can see, the combination of the two is perfect for the guys out there who are doing a lot of towing or hauling, coming down a mountain pass or a hill, or even just doing some extreme off-roading with some bigger wheels and tires, because these are perfect for that application. Now, I already touched on the price tag briefly earlier, but just to quickly reiterate, you're going to get a $600 value right here. It is very, very high quality materials with a severe application for the strenuous situations of hauling or towing. Now, without repeating myself too much, I'll hop right over onto the install, which again gets a 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. It is very straightforward. It's, just like any brake rotor and pad job, but it is pretty involved, so I'll be saying it should take about 2 hours from start to finish. As far as tools are concerned, you want to have a ratchet and socket set on deck, of course, C-clamps to decompress the calipers, brake pad grease, DOT 304 for the brake fluid, and a jack and jack stands, which of course just to make sure the vehicle is secure in the air. First thing you want to do is obviously get the front end of the truck in the air and support it securely on the jack stands. From there, just remove the wheels and tires to gain access to the brake assembly. Remove the 2 bolts using your ratchet and socket set that hold on the factory caliper, and hang that up using maybe a hanger of some sort against the wheel well to make sure you're not putting too much strain on the brake lines. Once that's taken care of, you can actually remove the factory caliper bracket using the other 2 bolts and then set that aside for reinstallation later. From here, it's just a matter of swapping out your factory rotors for the new Z36 drilled and slotted option from PowerStop. From there, you can use your C-clamp to decompress the front calipers, remove the factory brake pads, and swap them out for the Z36 Sever-Duty ceramic pads after you grease them up, of course. Once that's taken care of, you can start to reinstall the brake assembly, obviously putting the bracket on first and the 2 bolts, tightening that down. From there, you can tighten up the front caliper, tighten it into place, and make sure you test the pads. Once you have the fronts taken care of, the rears are the exact same way. Overall, 2 hours from start to finish, 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. Just to wrap this one up here, if you're the owner of a 2010 or newer F150 with the 6-lug bolt pattern, you might want to check out the PowerStop Z36 Extreme Truck and Tow Brake Rotor and Pad Kit, available right here at AmericanTrucks.com.